I'm Elena of popthepimple.com and welcome to day 12 of 28 days of clear skin. Wow, time just flies. So in the last video, I talked about not touching your face, and in today's video, I'm going to talk about a little hack that I kind of discovered by accident, even though there's really no such thing as accidents. But what ended up happening was I was traveling and I was too busy to be all up in my own face. And turned out I wasn't like looking at myself that much, and that was super beneficial. I started paying less attention to my skin, and subsequently my skin began to improve. So today is all about the mirror detox. What is a mirror detox exactly? I totally came up with this by myself. I don't know if it's a thing. I should probably Google that. I went through a phase in this whole pimple journey of mine where I couldn't stop looking at myself and fearing the worst and making an elephant out of an anthill. When I was undergoing my bout of adult acne, I was always up in my face, in the mirror. I was always staring at every single pore, analyzing it, mapping things out. Oh, okay, that pimple's gonna come to a head on Thursday, and that's when I'll pop it. Oh yeah. That was not healthy. That isn't healthy. Not only was I always touching my face, I was also always over-analyzing every single pore, and that wasn't good for me mentally or physically. It just wasn't a good look. And so while I was traveling, I found that I didn't have time to just be in the mirror looking at myself. And then what I realized was my skin was also simultaneously healing, because when I wasn't looking at myself all the time, I wasn't finding things to pick at or to hate on, and so I wasn't really doing anything to my face except, washing it, moisturizing it, treating it properly. I was eating fine, and so my skin was healing on its own without me. Wow. This is the trick. This is the trick, okay? The trick with the mirror detox. Avoid the mirror. That's my strategy. I know, it's like mind-blowing, but I'm serious. Avoid mirrors. If you're not happy with the way your skin looks right now, then don't look at it. Just don't look at it. Make sure, of course, that you're doing everything you need to be doing, like cleansing properly and, eating properly. But don't waste your time and energy like this in the mirror, trying to be like, oh, what's wrong here? Oh, I don't like the look of that. No. Trust me, it works. So I gave myself a rule after that I wouldn't go closer to the mirror than the sink of a bathroom. Because oftentimes I would literally be like this close to the mirror looking at my pores. And I think this close is a little too close, wouldn't you say? The real trick is when you are washing your face or you're actually in the washroom, a space with a mirror, what you do is you don't go any closer than the sink. You don't lean in over the sink to look at yourself up close. You really stand back. And I've even perfected the eyeliner at a distance from the mirror. Being away from a mirror is awesome. Be as far away from the mirror as you can be. You do not have to know how every single pore looks. You don't have to keep track of this stuff. It's a waste of your time and energy. And it's keeping you away from healing. Relax. So when you stand in the kitchen and watch the water boil, has you watching it ever made the water boil any faster? In fact, when you watch it boil, doesn't it seem like it's taking forever to boil? The same thing with your skin. It's gonna need time to heal, but if you're watching it every day and then adding to the problem by, say, picking it and, popping things, then it's gonna take longer to heal. Your pimple does not need to be watched like up close in the mirror. It will do its own thing without your interference. Your body's actually a really smart machine. It will figure stuff out without you coming in there and popping it. And I'm so glad I realized this. Like, it finally dawned on me that, hey, I'm a little crazy about my skin. I'm spending way too much time looking at every single pore when I should just be living my life. What I found was that when I was dwelling on every single imperfection and looking at every single pore up close, I wasn't happy. It was debilitating. I had the lowest self-esteem when that happened. Seriously, and it felt like my skin kept getting worse. The more closely I observed it, the worse it would become. And it was really a sense of fear. Like, I wasn't looking at my skin thinking, oh my God, you're healing, you're so great, you're so healthy, aww. No, I was looking at my skin like, why are you breaking out? Oh, another pimple. Ah. I was being like negative and I wasn't loving myself. So a mirror detox is about standing back and not being crazy. You don't need to attack your face. Like I said in the previous video, you don't have to touch your face all the time, but also you don't have to look at your skin all the time. I hope you know that I went through this process myself. Like, I had pimples, then I was able to get clear skin, and it wasn't just one thing, it was a lot of stuff. And I kind of threw every good solution at my skin. Every solution that I researched and knew could work, I threw at my skin, and my skin loved it because basically I was just taking care of every aspect of my health. Today's hack was super easy, so just do a mirror detox. The trick is not to get too close to the mirror, and if you do find mirrors throughout the day, try to avoid them. Like, when you go to the washroom, for instance, you don't have to go and look at yourself in the mirror. You can just do your business, wash your hands, and go away. Or, yeah, okay, you can blot a little maybe, but you don't have to even look in the mirror to blot. And I promise you, this is gonna really help you heal on a much bigger scale than you can even imagine. It worked for me. Thank you so much for watching. If you don't want to miss a single one of these videos, then go to popthepimple.com/28 and sign up to get them in your inbox. Now I'll talk to you tomorrow.